Okay, let's get this sortie video rolling. So I've noticed something while watching back a few of my other sorties, which is they always start with the same thing, which is okay. And I don't know whether like to call it like unique and have it be my own thing, or just have it be stupid. I don't know. Like any video that starts with okay or breathing in okay, probably just made on the spot. Probably uploaded right afterward. Or not, maybe not right afterward, but more like it was a planned video and it wasn't anything that I edited. Now, I did have a topic, but it has mysteriously left my cranium. Oh yes! Presentations! Okay. Now, by presentations, I mean exactly as it sounds. Which is actually, surprisingly enough, a very big, like, fear of, like, most of America. It is, just being afraid of presenting in front of others. Did I seriously not find anyone? But it is being afraid of, like, presenting in front of others. Now, I am definitely a very big victim to this. I guess, yeah, victim, I guess is sort of the word that I want to be using. Because I had a presentation earlier today. Presentations in me don't go well because I'm one of those people that'll say and about 30 times. We had to, well, there you go, right there. But like we had to do we had to do like whatever the heck it's called. We had to like write about what we thought about other people's, what they did wrong, what they did right, or like what we consider them doing wrong and what we consider them doing right. Oh god. Because of this, oh, I can't believe that hit. Because of this, I got a whole lot of people saying too many too many likes, and things like that. And it was like, okay, understandable. I know why. And I was like understanding of it, but at the same time, I was like, gosh darn it. I did manage to get a B on the presentation because besides the ums and likes, I did mess up in like a few other areas. But it wasn't like an intense, has to be perfect type of presentation. Unlike a few of my other classes, well, classes I used to have, which the lady stinking expected perfection, and she's just stupid. But, whatever the heck it's called. And, yeah, but, like, just people in generally have a hard time with presentations. Now, I can't really tell you why this is. I just know that this is, true. Now, of course, there are, like, the outliers. Not everyone in the world has a problem with presentations, but there are a very large amount of people that do. And because of this, there's always, like, classes that I'm in, like, right now, which is, like, a communications class. Where they're trying to, like, teach you the proper way of, like, speaking in groups and other, like, so on and so forth. And because of that, like, I don't really know where I'm trying to go with this, honestly. Just, presentations are hard, and then, like, there are classes in order to, like, try to correct yourself when it comes to doing presentations. But these are just, as I said, they're classes, they're not perfect. You're not gonna learn how to talk instantly, like, when it comes to me, like, and uhs and likes. In my high school, we did have like inter-tutor communication as well. And there, I aced that class. It was easy, but every single time I presented it in a paper, I got the exact same comment, which was too many uhs, ums, and likes. And I was like, okay, nice to know. I'm not going to change. It's not going to change overnight. And like really, I just kind of need to like remove it from my own vocabulary. But it's pretty difficult to like just stop going uhs, ums, and likes. It is very difficult to be able to do that like within yourself and to be able to like really master it, I guess sort of master it to that extent. See, like right there. Son of a, this is gonna fail.
You've triggered the alarms.
That stinks.
Lose this data and the mission will be a complete failure.
Woo! 0.9 seconds! It was the exact same one, just in a different order.
We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
But, like, you can't just fix that instantly, and you need to be able to, like, train yourself to be able to do that in, like, some sort of way. Now, I don't really have one of these types of ways, so I can't do it as of right now. I am working on it, and I would like to get to that point where I cut out the ums, or maybe if it gets bad enough, I'll just start editing everything and then make it so that I skip every part where I go, like... Unless it's a video like this where I'm specifically talking about the uhs, ums, and likes. I hate when spy missions take 5 stinking years because no one joins. I don't understand why no one joined. It's the stinking sortie. But I'm kind of okay with my presentation. As I said, the only thing I messed up on was just like that and a few other little things. And then we had to have like a paper with it. And I messed up on the paper a little bit because I actually had it the proper way first, and then for the life of me decided, let's change this. And, yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I am in public.
Only prosperity can follow.
Like, what the heck? Well, no, what the hell? Seriously, I don't understand why this is not going through. Like, how am I not finding any squads? It's the sortie.
Before you can be rich, you must be poor. Give unto the void.
Especially with the assassination, like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that on my own. This is annoying. Because it's annoying, I'm gonna take a bite out of my sandwich. They having a problem with their servers or something? Open squads, 18. How am I not finding this?
Me too.
18 squads and I can't find it? Are you fucking kidding me? See, I don't get this. Why the heck is this happening? Either today is just don't play the sortie day, or they're having like problems with their servers and everything. 'Cause I don't get why this is happening. Like, luckily these are easy missions that I can do on my own,
This
but
is a
at the
mobile
same
defense
time,
mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a
as
number
we were
of
saying a moment
locations
ago,
while
like the
frontiers the
assassination
network.
is not
Be
something that I'm
prepared
just
for
going to be
heavy
able to
resistance.
do with
I
extreme
can't do this
ease.
without you.
We will put an end to this corpus greed.
Oh, what the heck
Terminal
happened in
spotted.
here?
Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Are you kidding me?
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Oh. What the heck is that? Never even had one of those things on me before. Yeah, but luckily, as I was saying, these are really easy sortie missions at least, but this is going to be a pretty decently long sortie if I'm doing everything on my own. Hey, like that spy mission already took forever.
Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
Oh.
This will only get more difficult.
Ha!
Get to the terminal.
Everything
Prepare for enemy
dies.
resistance.
Where the heck? Okay. Now, when presenting, there are like all these different sorts of methods that people have when it comes to presenting. Like, just try to picture everyone naked and those
Get
stupid
me in
ways.
and get ready to
I don't really
defend.
do any of that. I'm not. Oh,
Looks
wow, I
like
already have
heavy
50 stacks.
activity ahead.
I'm not really one to be doing those. Ow.
Tenno. This will take a moment.
Both because I don't really think they work in the first place, and that's really it. Just don't really think that those things work. I think it's just something people say to like get you get you not nervous like beforehand. Like they try to cheer you up type deal. And because of that, like I don't really care much for these ideas. And then there's like the people that try to make a joke out of the ideas, like when I did the comedians video forever ago. Jimmy Carr did one where he said, one of my techniques is imagining the audience naked. Now, when he said this, he looked at the looked at the group and looked at this one female, then just started like scratching his crotch. It was definitely a perverted type of humor, that's for sure. But it was funny nonetheless.
We are finished here. Move on.
And just like things like that. Now that's not really me. That is not my problem when it comes to public speaking. I'm not entirely sure
Consider what I've learned from
why
this
I really
search.
do have a problem with it in the first place. Like it definitely is like a fear.
Drop me
And
in
I would
and
never say
defend.
that I'm like fearless, but I wouldn't say I have an overwhelming amount of fears. I have like the regular amount, which is public speaking and whatever the heck it's called, like heights. I think those are like the two most common fears ever. My heights is pretty bad. I can ride roller coasters, but like put me near a mountain, I'm like, nah. But that's not really what we're trying to talk about here. We're talking about not heights. We're talking about public speaking.
Still working on it.
Which, as I was saying, it's just I don't really know what to like say about it in general. Public speaking, it is what it is. There are gonna be good things and bad things. Everyone's different whether you're scared of it or not. And I think that, like, yeah, there are solutions and there are ways that anyone can get through it, and I feel like anyone can overcome it. It is a fear, it's all really in your head. But at the same time, like, I know I struggle with it. I would love to get rid of it. I would love to get rid of the ums, buts things as well. But that's gonna be a bit even longer, if anything. And yeah, as I was saying, I don't really know why I am personally like scared of it, because it's not like other people. I'm not worried that anyone in like my classes or things like that are just gonna like think I'm dumb or say that I did a bad presentation, things like that. I don't really care, honestly. If they looked at me and said, "Man, that was terrible," I'd be like, "Okay." Like in high school, actually, I did a presentation and I made a paper, and then my teacher said that he was going to bring up what papers he thought were like the worst, and he was going to give us like a chance to like read, like everyone got a chance to redo the papers, because apparently the highest grade was like a C. So none of the papers really met what he was, like, his standards or what he was talking about.
And I say,
So
let the
because of
void
that, he gave
claim
us
you its
options
beautiful energy.
to, finally I found someone, he would let us redo it. But he brought up like the worst of the worst, and mine was one of them. And you didn't need to say your name or anything like that. And like the second I saw mine, I was like, "Hey, that one's mine." And like the entire class just kind of stared at me and was like, "Hey, it's true. I know it was bad. At least now I know I was one of the worst of the worst." Like honestly, I could care less when it comes to things like that. What else? But so, like, yeah, I don't really understand why I am like scared of it or afraid of it, because it's not the other people. I guess it's just like me, just not liking it. Now I do know, like, when it comes to like speaking, which this isn't really like public speaking, but when I'm with like friends, I could talk for days. Like if I was like connected, maybe not on like a completely personal level, but at least like a friendship level with everyone in the class, like well enough where I like talk to them somewhat regularly, I'd have no problem. I'd be able to talk for hours. They need to tell me to stop talking for how much I'd be able to talk. But
You've been seen.
when it comes to whatever the heck it's called, when it comes to like just being with people that I don't really know well, I don't really do too well. I have my tell, which is whenever I'm getting like really nervous and things like that, my knee shakes a whole lot. Where the heck you go? There he is. That's not him. Or it is. Oh, okay. That happened. Ow.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
That's why you need other people. Like my knee buckles a lot and shakes a ton. It's just, it's bad.
A person.
But that's, as I was saying, like, I just don't understand why I have this problem. I don't really know why people in general really have this problem. Like, so many people are scared of it. As I was saying, it's like the most common
Great work.
fear in America. And yeah, like, you have all these motivational speakers and everything. And I would love to like get in front of a group and try to like talk motivationally or try to debate people. But at the same time, like, I would be petrified and I would have so many problems at the same time. Like, I can do this really easily because to me, I'm technically just talking to myself right now. Sort of. And like, yeah, technically I'm releasing this to the world where like currently only like 11 people will see, but potentially like thousands could. thousands, millions could, but that I don't really have any problem with because I can't see you. It's all visual, really, for me. But that is the topic of public speaking. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And I'm going to bid you all adieu. Goodbye.